Hello, my name is Alun, and today I'm facilitating another session in a series of Star Wars Traveller using the Citizen hack of Mongoose Second Edition. And you want to know how we got where we are? Well, go back and look at the first handful of sessions. Um, but I think that we opened this episode with three of the crew. We're missing one player today; they're off doing something else. Um, And we're so Bilga is off doing something else. We will reintroduce Bilga when our fourth player is back. Um, but we're going to open, I think, with the three characters that are currently on screen, talking about what they're going to do next, because they had some significant. We, the audience, found out last time that one of the NPCs appears to have had, in the past at least, a very dodgy connection to Moff Tarkin. And combined with what a dying Jedi told them the week before, all this adds up to a potential quandary, I think. But we'll see what the characters think. So let's open aboard the ship here, our modified 1930 YT 1930, um, with the three of you talking about what do you think you need to do next. Who wants to open the conversation?
So,
Keith, go ahead.
Cisharo's bad. It's bad news, but it's where she's going to have the peace, right? We know that. We have two things we need to worry about here. One, whatever pieces we have, we don't. I don't know if we necessarily want to take that in when we go into Shisharo, unless we think that we can get a hold and put it into the other two and slot it all right. But we know that she wants this thing, the Sky Stone. But she clearly other has other irons in the fire, other pieces of the agenda with the moth and with whatever other old Imperial entanglements that she has. So I think when we go into Shisharl, we need to have something else that she wants. We need to figure out a piece of tech or a secret or something that we go and snatch now that if we have to, we can use it as leverage or we can use it as an entry point to get in there, like, and not necessarily give away that we have the stone. Now, she may already know that because of her comms with our old friend, or may suspect it, but we need to come up with something luscious, juicy, even, to have in hand for that. Thoughts?
It's a good idea. The question is, I don't really know her. You do. So what does she like?
Well, I think we look, it was a moth that she is interested in, and she's tied to some other Imperial stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything we can find out that is a relic of that or connected to that or something we might pick up that we might be able to go and jack a little more easily than going into the underworld headquarters on Shisharl. Let's hit the nearest planet. Let's have a couple of drinks. Let's walk around. Look, I can talk in the criminal underworld, but if we're talking old military stuff, old Imperial stuff, and I'm going to stop and look at Oryx, that may be maybe your neck of the woods.
Maybe. One thing though, if
Yeah.
Neve can get some intel on Imperials, that's golden to any other muckety muck that are involved in it. Yeah.
Hmm?
So that's one way. If we had some kind of dirt that she could use. since she's mixed up in it. Yeah, let's get some.
Nivea, what do you think?
So I'm not sure, like Oryx, I'm not sure what she would want. The only thing that we know for certain that she wants is the Sky Stone.
Right.
Does she know that the Jedi who told us about it died?
I don't think she knows anything exactly because I didn't give her much beyond that we had a few planets that we were looking at and I need to eliminate uh you know where she got the stone originally off of that list.
So we could go in bluffing, saying we have information from this Jedi. Or we have the Jedi.
I like I appreciate the ballsiness, the bravery of that, but I want to go in with something a little more solid in hand, Nivea. Here's the thing is, having been with you, I trust in the Force. So let's go on down to a planet. Let's explore around. Let's see what we can find, and the universe will show us the way, right?
Agreed. I think that basically right now, the hand that's been dealt to us is a bluff. But we should go fishing to see if we can make a better hand. I just don't know what that would be.
And if I knew any of the card game terms for the Star Wars card games, I would be say have like a Dabo up my sleeve or whatever. We need to have here, right?
I guess we're going on a bit of a recon then. Figure out what we want.
You two know the stars. Figure out what's the cheapest, best place we can go to that might be uh, uh, a good source for this kind of thing.
Well, at that point, I think I might just share our map, um, because if I make that a bit bigger, you were here on a Darlon. 10 hours away is Travnin. Now, listening to what you were saying, Keel, about Imperial entanglements, Travnin is down here. It has a new Republic governor, but it was the cluster's Imperial fleet base. It's where most of the large Imperial ships are being scrapped.
This sounds like the universe is speaking to us. Can you hear it? I can hear it.
And maybe the other thing it's worth reminding all of us of is the current where we are in terms of relationships. Um, Pulled that up. I don't know if there's anything in here that we think might be worth looking into in what wrong way in terms of either something that she doesn't know but might want to know, or something that you could leverage conceivably against her. Because that's what I think I heard was that you need to find something either really juicy or something really threatening.
Something that we can go in. Hey, we knew, Cheryl, we don't have the Sky Stone, but we've got this other thing right now. We're interrupting our exploration to come to you to bring you this cool thing.
So, what do we think? Oryx, what are you thinking? I mean, it's okay with me if you spend some time stationed on Travnet.
Yeah, Trevin seems as good as anywhere to start. Look around.
Divya, what are you thinking? Oh, you are muted.
Yes, of course. Um, So, what is Bilga's relationship with the corporate payroll? Cyber something?
No, underneath there was the fact that he had that big debt,
Ah, okay,
which you helped him clear last time. But he
right.
still has a connection, or he knows something about. We've never kind of explored the detail until we need to. Bilga has an interest in, or has some information about the corporate payroll for Minos Mistra in the Mistra system.
I'm
I'm
going to
trying to
look at
look.
this. Go on.
I mean, given Cody isn't here, I want to leave that
Right,
open.
right. Exactly. And I was just looking to see if there was something we could tempt her with. So, what were you going to say, Keel?
Uh, 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 so I think you two ought to like maybe look around the New Republic Imperial angles. I'm going to see. I had picked up some stuff about Hive Base One and its location before. So I'm going to check around here and see if I can find anything. Because if I could find the location of that or something that sounds pretty legit with some evidence pointing towards that, that might be something that would hook her attention.
Do you think High Base One even exists?
I have no clue. I mean, and but that's the thing is most people don't know. So, if somebody's really with either either we'll find something or we'll find something that sounds legit, maybe. Like I think either way, either result from any of us is going to be good. And if
Um,
we have to go and steal something, you know, out from a place, I'm good with that too.
I will just remind you what the rumor said. Hive Base One station may the rumor was it's somewhere in the Minos cluster, um, in a system located in some deep space coordinates. It's said to have served as a high security hub for the Empire's most sensitive projects, including the Tarkin Initiative, an elite Imperial think tank responsible for advanced weapons and technology R&D. Um, and the rumor goes further to suggest that it may contain one of the largest Imperial archives ever constructed. Okay.
And let's say on the leaf on the wind kind of chance in the thing that we find out where High Base One is. Maybe we go and check out that, find something there that she'd want, then have something in hand. I'm thinking 3, 4 moves ahead, which is bad because I don't want to be thinking that far ahead because we're already going to be tripping over this first move.
Oh, base one seems like a really good little chip in our side.
Let's go check it out. You guys probably, Oryx, you know the planet?
More or less.
Okay. Nivea, you been there before?
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it took the war to end before.
Mhm.
But you've got some New Republic friends, right?
I'll have to see if any of them are stationed there.
Yeah, or pull a string to get an intro to the governor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think what Bilger will say is, look, he's got a really interesting deal just within fingertip. It's almost there. Um, so he's going to stay on a Darlon and try to just work that deal through, and he will catch up with you. Okay, wherever you end up, just keep him informed where you are, and he'll find a way to get you. Um, but I guess then that an hour or two before you're due to depart, Oryx, what are you doing off the ship a couple of hours before you're due to depart?
Hmm. Maybe shopping. Let's see. Travnin, what's acceptable armament? Trying to look at the.
It's illegal for two-handed or one-handed discrete weapons. Um, and you shouldn't be wearing armor above armor protection 5.
How do you read that from this table? I want to know.
Okay, so follow Travnin across.
Okay,
Yeah, so we've got the summaries, and then you get across to population 6, 1.3 million.
got it.
Then there's the level of government, New Republic governor. And then you've got the next one is law level. So law level is 5. Two-handed weapons, firearms are illegal,
Uh-huh.
which rules out most military weapons. But even discrete one-handed weapons are illegal, and no armor protection of 5 or above.
That is inscrutable to me, but you've said
Yeah.
it aloud, so I'll remember it.
It must be said, just to those traveler purists who are just tearing their hair out, I have tweaked the law levels a little bit to be more Star Warsy and to make it easier for me to apply. Because, I really want to get down to the detail of whether you can have a plasma gun 13 or 14. So, so, um, so broadly, it's the starport is in excellent condition. They've repaired most of the battle damage from when the New
Mhm.
Republic hit the planet and finally subdued the Imperial holdouts. Um, but yeah, so Travnin, that's
Does it look
Travnin.
like I'm shopping for weapons then? Because a heavy jacket is as good as I can get in that limitation. Now, no weapons. So, what is Oryx doing? I think Oryx. We're in we're in Adarlan, so it's got to have some entertaining, like small musicals and plays.
Yeah,
He's at a cabaret.
brilliant, brilliant.
He's got a
That,
hood on, so no one can know who he is, of course.
which is all the more surprising when, as you leave the cabaret, um, a deep voice struggling with the common tongue, for want of a better phrase, says, uh, I understand that you may be traveling to Travnin. Because by now, I think you will have logged a flight plan.
Right,
No
right.
reason not to. Um, are you taking passengers?
We are currently taking passengers.
Um, I can pay well for a discreet trip to Travnin.
Step a little closer, pull back my hood to see who it is that I'm speaking with.
I've added a hooded Wookiee called Fovo.
And he's speaking in basic? Holy
He's
crap.
he's he's struggling to speak basic, it must be said.
It's
I
amazing.
can't do Wookiee, that's why he's
No, it's all
struggling to speak
good. It's
basic.
all good.
Um, Dr. Shisharel, sorry, Travnin.
Friend, are you trying to get away from something or get to something?
And as you go, "Yeah, would you both?
Mm, yeah, we'll take you on.
And what's the reaction of Keel and Nivea when Oryx
Show
comes
up with
aboard?
a Wookiee.
Wookiee. He
I
will
got
pay
us a
you.
passenger.
He will pay you 1,000 up front.
It's good money. Split it 3 ways.
Who are you? Are you Bilga now? Doing anything for money?
Not anything. This man needs help.
Hmm.
Listen,
What's his
he's trying to
story?
get he's trying to get to
What's your
Travnin.
story?
Um, let's see what his reaction to that is, shall we? I'm sensing an opposed role here. So what are you deploying here, Nivea? Sounds
I
like
could
command
think
to me.
command or negotiation.
It didn't sound like a negotiation, that I have to say.
No.
So command.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So and I think this is probably control or savvy. Take your pick.
I think I'm going to go with savvy.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me
So
roll that.
exactly.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay, well, let's see how he does with 2 dice. That looks terrible, doesn't it? But um, in a very good-natured way, he says, I'm just a traveler. I need to get from here to there. Um, if it's inconvenient, I'll find another ship.
Uh,
Keel?
is there a bounty on you, buddy?
No,
That's all I need to know. That's cool.
I just need to get from here to there.
Oh, good. Well, it's all good. It's all good.
Nivea,
Here,
do you want to throw anything else at this, or
I think after our friend comes on board, I take Keel aside and I say, it's awfully convenient that a passenger just happens to walk up and show up all of a sudden whenever we're looking at this stuff. I don't trust him. You shouldn't either.
okay. That makes sense. Let's see what happens, buddy.
but
Like,
just for
okay.
audience, he's a really friendly-looking Wookiee.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
So
I do
John,
say, here's the thing. But the one thing that does make me less suspicious is I don't think I would send a Wookiee in for anything subtle. Now, maybe it's a double blind, but and when you say you don't trust him, is that a gut instinct or is that a the universe speaks to me?
Oh, come on. Who
I,
knows?
I
Um, I I don't like the timing. It has nothing to do with our friend. He seems completely fine. It has nothing to do with Oryx, because I mean, I think the need for capital is rubbing off on all of us. But
how about this? I will stay a good distance away from him on this so that if anything happens, I can put a blaster shot in him.
if it reassures you, I met someone called Bilga who told me that you might want to earn something on this trip.
Out of
okay.
character. That doesn't reassure me, but Oryx is like, oh,
It's up to you, Nivea.
Oh, I'm not suggesting that we don't take them.
Okay.
It's bait. You know, we should take it, but I'm just saying this is awfully convenient.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment.
I mean, it's only a 10-hour flight from here to Travnin. So, what could go wrong in 10 hours?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Screen wipe to arriving in Travnin. There is well, you're not under pressure. It's not like there's a bunch of TIE fighters chasing you or anything like that. Uh, oh gosh, I always get worried when I get a pop-up that says we're installing operating system recovery resources for your PC. I'm going to hope that it doesn't do that.
But
Um, and he settles down in the inevitable semicircular couch around your 3D hollow chess game, um, and sits there very quietly. Um, now, Keel, you said you're going to keep an eye on him.
as far a distance I can away in any room I'm in with him so that I can get a shot before he makes it to me.
Of course, of course. And
do we have a Dejaric table?
if you want to have one, you have one.
Okay. I will be playing Dejaric with him from time to time to pass the time.
Okay, okay. Um, and I mean, based on our ship deck plan, which I've shifted from where it should be, I don't know why. There we go. Um, there's enough places for you to lean nonchalantly against the bulkhead, and keep an eye on that table.
I do believe I see a dark table on that
You
very,
do, you
yeah, I
do.
do. So that's where we're playing. This
Okay.
little couch and
Yeah,
a little chair there. It's perfect.
yeah. So, Keel, are you and Oryx then going to take shifts to keep an eye on the Wookiee while Nivea is on the bridge?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sure.
And Fovo is the perfect guest, the perfect house guest. Doesn't interfere, sits quietly, dozes a little in one of those comfortable chairs, and doesn't even require you to, make up a bunk bed for him in one of your passenger bunks. Um, Screen white to Travnin. I think there's probably one of those Hammerhead cruisers, New Republic Hammerhead cruiser in orbit, just maintaining a level of air superiority, just in case anyone on the planet thinks that they could have an Imperial-based revolt. Um, and beyond that, we see you coming down into this. This is as good a starport as you're going to find. Though you can see that there is still some battle damage from the New Republic assault that finally took the planet. But they've repaired a significant number of the kind of landing bunkers. Um, and there is a significant presence of New Republic military in the starport. Um, yeah, who did take which bunk?
There's the captain's bunk, there's a single bunk cabin, and then a bunch of double bunk cabins. I would
Well,
imagine that one person took captain, one person took single, and then Bilga and I probably did double bunks, is what I'm guessing.
well, given that Nivea's patron is providing access to the ship, I'm assuming Nivea got first choice. And then maybe Keel, because I'm not sure anyone wants to take the risk of sleeping in a room with Keel just in case he, uh,
Shoots first.
shoots first. Somebody makes a move in the night. Um, yeah, and then we see you just clearing New Republic customs, assuming no one is carrying anything illegal. Is anyone carrying anything illegal, and do I need to run somewhere to test on that?
What's the weapons limit?
Anything,
It's like,
anything that's one-handed, two-handed, or discreet, which I think is everything.
does a stun baton pass that muster? Because I
No,
would
it's discreet.
It's discreet.
Yeah.
So
weary on my side. What's discreet about that?
as I
It's
look
got
at this,
a
uh,
white stun baton and Orbish on it.
a vibro dagger is okay because it's
Oh,
not.
I
It's
think it's discreet.
it's. Oh, is it? Oh, it is. So
It
two-handed
it is there
firearms, one-handed firearms illegal, and anything that's discreet is illegal.
yeah, it's that's I don't I mm.
what is it to get like a gun through here? Is that
Oh, okay.
skullduggery?
I think that probably is skullduggery.
Okay.
But you need to tell me which gun it is so I know how
Oh,
big a
that's just a
penalty to
blaster
apply.
pistol.
Okay. So is that the snub pistol, the discreet pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, because it's discreet, you will get a +2 DM.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's have you. We'll play against a straightforward 8. I think you can have +2 for the discrete nature of the weapon. Your skullduggery will apply, and I think this is probably savvy,
I like the way you think.
cunning, resourcefulness, and
Oops.
intuition, creative problem solving.
Let's do this. That is a 13.
That heel sails through um, with that tucked away, in a discreet location. Oryx, Nivea, are you going to chance your arm as you pass through customs?
Yeah, I got a stun baton.
Okay, let's go with. Well, you tell me. How do you get through? How are you looking to get through? And
I walk
which
stiff because I got stuck under the bickerman.
that sounds like skullduggery and
Yeah.
savvy.
dear.
Or I give you an
It,
option, or presents. Can you just
Presents. I'll
balls
go
it out?
presents. I'm trying to lie my way through it.
and the stun baton is discreet.
It
Yeah.
is. So that's plus 2 DM.
Oh, well, plus 2 DM, so I'm rolling a 4.
You're only, yeah.
It's like they
Well,
want me to take this Tumbaton. It's
it
so
is.
easy.
It is.
It's a 10.
Through you go. Nivea, what are you thinking?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just walking in.
Fair enough.
No arm. I am taking my thick jacket. Heavy
Oh,
Yeah,
jacket?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lie. It's no problem.
it's allowed. Um, so I'm going to replace your hard weave with heavy jacket. Yeah, because your hard
Okay.
weave is illegal. Uh,
Okay. I'm gonna have to
and
buy a heavy
likewise,
jacket then.
yeah.
How much is a heavy jacket?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
It's
I've
350.
I've
Okay.
got bored with,
Tracking my
keeping
jacket.
track of this. When you've got 60,000 in the pot, it seems like kind of trivial to be wondering whether you can afford 350. I think I'm just going to start adding stuff to your maintenance and running costs. Just, 1,000 a month to cover everything that you might want to do that isn't illegal.
Now we're on a subscription model. Okay.
It was bound to happen, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
New Republic is well up to speed on this. Um, and so yeah, so I think that we see you going through customs, and then of course there is Fovo, who takes off his hood and puts it down, and says, I have declare officer, and is patted down and nodded through. He doesn't appear to have anything that would be of concern. Um, and he thanks you very politely and disappears into the starport concourse.
Easy
And he
money.
pays us the rest, right?
Oh yeah, he pays you 1,000. Yeah, he paid you 1,000 in advance, no problem.
Uh,
In cash money. Um,
You're welcome, friends.
Thank you for your hospitality, and I did enjoy our games. Is I think the gist of what comes through.
Yes, did I? I did.
Um, and then he disappears. It must be said, though the starport is clearly built for volume, it's not immensely well visited. Now, Oryx, you know that Travnin was the administrative center of the cluster back in the
It's a
day.
heart. Yeah.
Um, but clearly, uh, the locals look rather down at heel. Now, quite why that is, I don't know. We'll maybe find out. But yeah, they don't look when you passed through here or were stationed here for a month or two. This was rich. This
Yeah.
was a very rich planet. It had all that imperial bureaucracy, all the infrastructure to support that bureaucracy, all the infrastructure to support the crews of enormous imperial ships, an entire fleet base. And when you were coming in, you could see, next to the civilian starport, there is that vast expanse of what was the imperial base. Um, but now it appears to be largely a wrecking yard. These enormous kind of star destroyers are just being taken apart. And you remember this as a kind of clerical hub.
Hmm.
The sense you get from the locals is that they may have had a clerical job, but now they're working, demolition crews because there isn't that demand. The
Yeah.
New Republic has not put a fleet base here, has not stationed
Hmm.
enormous numbers of troops. So, okay.
Okay.
Any questions arising out of that, friends?
Nope.
Okay. So, what's the plan? I think Keel, you wanted to start sniffing around anything to do with Hive Base 1. Oryx, Nivea, how do you want to spend time sniffing around for something juicy or leverage like that might apply to the Lady Waexana?
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go see if I can't talk to any of the New Republic. I'm going to look for contacts, people I served with, or anything like that in the New Republic that might be here.
Okay.
What I'm looking to do eventually is work my way up until I can get to the point to find out if Lo Lady Waexana is on anyone's radar or wanted list or anything like that, or is she close with the New Republic?
Okay. Um, that you can tell me how you're going to do that in a moment. Oryx, what about you?
Well, guessing that not everyone who works here came from out, so there's probably some ex-Imperials who are working.
Hmm?
So do a little bit of searching around where folks are working here. See if there are any names I
Mhm.
recognize and might have connections.
I think that you'll have no trouble uh, discovering that there is a very significant barracks, apartment building, call it what you will, where ex-imperial troops or apparatchiks have been through the process of de-imperialization,
Yeah.
where they've been assessed for risk, really. Can they be allowed to go about their lives? Can they be useful to the New Republic, or do they need incarceration for a longer period of time? So it's kind of, I see you standing outside this slightly what's the word, brutalist uh, apartment block,
Yeah.
where there is no obvious New Republic security. But I think, you went through this process
I
when,
did.
your unit, inverted commas, surrendered, however it, was handed over. And you remember spending some time in places like this. Um, and you remember there were some people who are probably still there. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing you outside there. Uh, Nivea, where are you going in search of perhaps someone you know? Do you start in the starport?
I start in the starport, but I think it's going to be in more along the lines of the uh, logistics, the people who are doing the long hauls from point to point, simply because I think that's where the old Republic pilots that I know might be working now.
Okay. And Keel, where do we see you? Let's start with you then, because you've had most time to think about it. Where do we see you beginning to dig?
So what I know is this is there would have been people who were on the yards working for the Imperials who would have moved over to the scrapping stuff,
Hmm.
and they would be the people who, if anybody, maybe would have hints about Hive Base One, given that they had to have ships, they had to have resources, that kind of thing. So those are the circles I'm moving in, is disaffected, ex-Imperial mechanics and things.
Okay. So I think probably um, where the Imperial base is or was. I think that we hear a hooter blow and the shift changes, and lots of people in overalls spill out. Um, some of them get onto the transit system to head home. Some head for bars, entertainment strip alongside this inverse shipyard.
I
Um,
got money and I got a friendly face with my skullduggery. I'm a very
I
nice person.
Yeah, now, so
Or streetwise. I can
yeah,
if
I
it,
think streetwise first.
okay.
When you start misleading people, then we'll get into skullduggery. So streetwise, and I think probably savvy. I hate to
Yeah.
keep coming back to it, but it seems
That
to be
I'm
the milieu in which you're moving.
then let's see what happens then. That's an 8.
That's an 8. So it's not a great success, but I think you find you get yourself into a conversation with some folk who have just come off shift. Um, and so what's your
What
what
what I'm what I'm looking for essentially, and I'm dropping credits and things like that, is
hey, you keep buying, I keep drinking.
uh if they have a name of anybody who might still be on planet who was senior enough to have been involved in the logistics and things like that, and who seems to have been a person who might have been in the know kind of thing. I want to get a name of a person that we can then go to.
Okay. I think this is where you begin to mislead and you begin to try to get information from them. So I think this probably is skullduggery and savvy. But I
Okay.
think given who they are and the fact that your success, your because really this is a task chain in effect.
Okay.
So you succeeded, you got an eight.
Yep.
So you can have +1 for this.
Okay. Then our roller says 8,
Eight.
even
Whoa,
with the
right,
plus
okay.
5.
Yeah, wow. That 2 and a 1 is painful. So
It's going to take a while.
yeah, it is going to take a while,
Okay.
and it's also going to, I think it'll be limited. I think they'll give you some general information. I don't think they have the kind of names that you're looking for. Um,
Okay.
what I think,
Then this is my first step, and I'm going to work on narrowing it down. That'll do
okay,
on
okay.
later times.
So I think they will tell you that some of they don't know what happened to the high ups. You know, a lot of the high ups were arrested and shipped off for debriefing and whatever else. They didn't
Yeah,
stay on.
but some of them they must have needed for what they were going to do later. You know how that works.
Yeah, yeah.
Operation Data Clip, all that kind of thing.
So just put a pin in that +1
Okay.
for your task chain, and let's go talk to Oryx. So Oryx, where are we seeing you? We saw you outside this de-imperialization center, which is it's largely housing with counseling for the people who have been demobbed from the empire. What do you do?
I think I'll just walk in, right? I've been through this. Not a problem. I'm a good Republic citizen.
Large common room on the ground floor, elevators going up to the apartments where people live. Um, and again, it has that slightly rundown sense of uh, a place where it's everyone's and therefore it's no one's. So,
Mm.
there are empty cups. There's a place to wash cups in the corner, but there's just a pile of cups. Some people sitting around, some working on data tablets, some drinking coffee, some looking miserable, some looking hopeful. Pick your target or tell me what you do.
They keep track on everything, so maybe there's some kind of registry.
Okay.
I'll try to look around for that. My
There,
list
there's
of
a
who lives where.
receptionist. There's a
Yeah,
receptionist who sees you approach and says, "How can I help you, sir?"
yeah. I just happened to be here on business, and I thought I'd come round. Um, 508. Is there anyone here from the 508?
Um, well, obviously, our guests here
Formerly,
have a degree of anonymity, so can I inquire why you're asking?
because I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
You know, he'll like hand over his identification.
okay,
Just looking
so
up if there's any of my old mates. Maybe if they need a little counseling, I could show them how good it is to be a Republic citizen.
oh, cool. I think I'm thinking streetwise, maybe negotiation.
I think
There's no
negotiation's what he's
not
trying to
command.
do.
Okay, let's
He's not
go.
trying to be like he's being
Yeah,
very
no,
forthright. Like,
yeah,
hey, this is a
absolutely.
thing. So I think
Oh, thank
negotiation,
you.
which I'm not great at, but
So we see her slot your information and because we know from a previous episode that there's a kind of watch list around former
uh-huh.
Imperials.
Hmm.
So let's have you roll and see how the conversation goes.
Okay. So I have negotiation, zero presence. Feel okay here?
I think so.
Okay. Then I'm just rolling with a one mod. This is gonna go poorly. 8.
And she says, thank you for all that. So 508th, and she comes up with a list of, let me roll a dice. One person
Amazing.
who is in the 508th. Um, uh, and she kind of looks and says, it looks like he hasn't checked out this morning. Should I
You want to
call up?
buzz him or can I go up there?
Well, politeness would say we should call up first because I appreciate you might
No,
want to want to meet someone, but we have to make sure that our clients, our residents here, are
give
equally
him a call.
happy. I will. And so she buzzes through, and uh, you hear she's got an earpiece in, and uh-huh, yeah. The names are yeah, Oryx Haldaro. Said he was with the 508th and just wanted to meet up. Okay, okay, so you'll come down. Okay, okay, fine. He's at reception, and one of the lift doors opens shortly afterwards, and a woman steps out. Um, and I think on an eight, it's someone that you recognize, but not a close friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But I mean, I was a stormtrooper, so probably not a whole lot of fraternization. I'm okay with not best buddies. I got one contact out of the unit. So,
yeah, and she comes to reception, clocks you, and says, um, Neela, I don't know, I don't think we ever kind of connected, but maybe we got some friends in common.
yeah. Oryx Eldaro. You know what? You may not know me, but surely you know Big Colos?
Kolos.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did bump into a guy called Kolos. Look,
Hey, so
let's grab some calf,
yeah. And
and
he'll, yeah,
off you go. And
do the like name of name and events that happen to the
yeah,
508 kind of thing.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
little bit of congenial reminiscing that he's
So I think
kind of
again
seeking out.
we're in task chain country. So with a success like that, you get +1. Where do you want to take that +1 in this conversation?
Uh, I think where I want to take the conversation is first just, hey, let's develop connection. Let's talk about some of the old days, not any of the harsh stuff, but like we were involved in so and so. Do you remember blah blah blah?
Mm.
And were you part of the 508th when we went to Karadef that one time? And just trying to pull out, hey, we have a lot more connection. But where he wants to direct the conversation to is how are things going for you? And what was Nelia? Neela? Neela?
Neela.
Neela. N notice she's still here. Did you come late to the program or um, has anything held you up?
Neela Riscone. Um, well, I wasn't with the unit, when we kind of surrendered, or the 508 surrendered, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was deployed here on, kind of diplomatic protection.
Oh,
So I was still here when technically the war ended, but there were lots of troops, lots of ships. And so, the word came down, the war isn't over, we're still in the war. And so the reason I'm still in here is because I was part of the planetary defense when the New Republic fleet arrived.
ah,
And so, we're a little, I think they don't quite trust us yet, you know?
yeah. It's got to be wild being here watching him break everything down that we had built up.
Now, I think because that could sound like it's not like it used to be. Maybe it should be more like it used to be. I want to make sure that I'm getting your
That's
intention right here.
yeah, the intention is still Horace does not want to go back to the old ways. It was a generic statement, kind of to tease out what her opinion is. Like, is she happy for this
Okay.
transition?
Okay.
Or is this a thing where, yeah, oh yeah, this is terrible, everything that's happened.
Okay. So I think this is skullduggery.
Yeah, this
And
this feels like I have danced into
yeah,
skullduggery.
because I think you're not trying to manipulate her overtly, but I think you are trying to give an impression that might not be true in order to tease out of her.
Yes,
Okay. So I think that that is skullduggery. This time I think it is savvy.
that's fair. That's fair. All right, then I have a one mod. Here we go. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, the
it's a
dice want this
10.
truth to be
Yeah.
unveiled.
Um,
It's a 10.
I think the sense you get is she doesn't miss the empire, misses the people. She misses the camaraderie. She says, this place is full of, there's everyone here from kind of clerical staff to folks who were just in the back room. Very few of us kind of, combat troops, frontline
Yeah,
troops,
yeah,
relatively speaking. So, it's not the same as when you're in a unit.
yeah. I just want to know, was she a female stormtrooper?
Uh, she was in logistics and backup.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah. Because I don't think there were ever any female stormtroopers in canon.
Canonically, no. Of course, there's lots of, it's the internet. So,
Yeah. So I think she was in support and, back
okay.
office
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Orix genuinely agrees, like misses the people. He when he lost everybody but Bick in that one squad, it did create a little bit of a distance. He never quite grew as close to others as after that horrific experience, but he understands the camaraderie. So
So you still have +1 in the pot.
I do. I need to transition because I've taken a lot of time here. So I need to
So
transition to
we'll cut to you having old war stories and making those
yeah, sounds
connections
good.
and cut to Nivea. So Nivea, you're again, I think probably looking for people you might know. It sounds like less like Streetwise, to be honest, and more like, I don't know, negotiation to work out, to approach the New Republic administration and work out where people are, who they are, what's going on. Fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's either control or savvy, I think.
I think in this case it's probably more control. Um, in that, I'm trying to go in and talk to people and maintain a certain amount of uh personality and,
Yeah. I
what's
mean,
needed within this area.
cool under pressure, just,
Fair.
persistence. Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you go with that then?
That's an 8.
So you've got +1 in the task chain if you decide to take that somewhere. But yeah, you do find a pilot that you did fly with. Um, he's yeah. So yeah, I guess I want to know what you're going to do with that.
So what I'm looking for is specifically I wanted to talk to someone who I had worked with and had a relationship with to a certain extent. And then I wanted to work my way up and see if um I could get to someone who might be in the know and tell me whether or not Lady Waexana was known to the New Republic, was involved in the New Republic, was wanted by the New Republic,
Okay.
just to get a good layout of what the rumors are there. And yeah,
So you might have been red one. This guy was gold 3 or something. In a squadron that you flew alongside. And I mean, I think you're getting into. Are you wanting to be straightforward here, or you want to keep your motives quiet?
um, I don't want. So I don't mind telling them, someone from the New Republic, that I'm trying to get in to know more about Lady Waexana because I think she's a threat to the New Republic. Um, but I think I've stumbled across something. So I'm being honest.
Hmm.
However, I don't want anyone outside of the New Republic to get wind of what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, bear in mind, I'm just doing long haul now. I'm just, I'm just a freighter pilot. Um, have you thought about taking it to security? You
So,
know,
um, that's my concern is I'm looking to find out if the lady, sh for all I know, who knows what the New Republic's up to now? Maybe she's a part of this and I don't want to blow her cover. Um, so I don't really want to do anything in that way to mess anything up. But as soon as I found out that she is an issue, then I do need to take it to the New Republic.
okay. Well, look,
So in this case,
there's a guy I know, right? Or
oh,
knew back in the day. Um,
mhm.
uh, he's stationed here now. He's still in. He stayed in. And he's kind of G4 for the the I don't want to call it the occupying forces, but that's what we are here. That's
Mhm.
so I can give you a name. As far as if you go to the New Republic consulate, that's where everything happens. Drop that name, and maybe they can help.
That that's exactly what I'm looking for, Gold Three. Thank you so much.
Name is no why am I doing the work? You give me a species and name when the time comes.
I'll do
Keel,
that.
Keel. I am conscious it's 3 minutes to the hour, and I'm thinking if we take our first commercial break here and we're back in our seats at 5 past the hour, does that seem fair?
Yep.
Let's do that then.
Well, what I didn't hear how.
Oh, sorry, that slight false start there. We ended up having a conversation about Birmingham. Um, so let's go back round to Kiel. You've got a +1 going forward.
I'm following the great chain of being, and I'm working my way, up the ladder. Who's the next person? They mentioned some people who might have been Imperial logistics people that would have been in the know, and and I'm checking in that route now.
Um, I think okay. Let's. I think we're in Skullduggery and Savvy.
And I think to make it more dangerous, I think I am playing it maybe a little bit like the lady Roxana, is looking for old Imperial folk, that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. I will give you a +1 for that, but I will make the consequence of failure tougher.
Okay. I'll lean into skullduggery on this. And so with the +1 I have forward and everything, I'm going to take that as a full +6.
Well, I mean, nothing could go wrong, could it?
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That means I'm going to get boxcars, buddy.
Oh no,
Or
you
9,
didn't.
so 15.
15. Yeah, there's a guy on their shift who was they have a laugh about this because he was always quite high and mighty about this, and now he's just working, just hitting things with a hammer to break them apart again, just like the rest of us. But yeah, he was a middle ranking administrator for the Empire. Um, Name of Drabo. Oh, missed it. Drabo Finel. He may know this woman you're talking about, Lady Waexana. How does a guy like you know a Lady Waexana?
May say a lot about the lady that she knows me.
um, so yeah, that's your next step,
Okay.
I think. But you're not going to find him here. You'll need to do a bit more legwork, I think, because they
Absolutely.
wouldn't deign to drink in here with us.
Okay. And I think I'll spend some money getting some appropriate gifts that show some respect to that kind of thing.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you can take 100 credits off to make it, a really nice bottle of liquor.
Yep.
Let us go to Oryx. Oryx, where do you want to go with your conversation with Nella Escone? Um, you've got a +1 going forward. I suppose I'm curious about your line of questioning.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, because I think by this point you've learned that, you know, they gave her a gun when, but she said then when it became clear that the Republic had broken whatever the fleet had left in orbit and were making
Yeah.
landings, she and a lot of other people were just deployed back to the admin buildings to start scrubbing data cores.
Scrubbing for what? And what do you do with it?
Well, no, I mean literally just, I mean this is the equivalent of running stuff through the shredding machines just before the last helicopter leaves, Saigon.
Ah,
Uh,
got it, got it, got it, got it. Okay.
so yeah, no, we were
Did
just
you save
told
off anything?
just clear them. Um, well, I don't know. I did my bit. I cleared what the cause they pointed me at. But there was a shitload of kind of just data. Whether
Yeah.
they got it all done or not, I don't know. Um, but but then the last command was they ordered us out, and there was some guy who was in charge, in this kind of grubby white uniform by then,
Hmm.
um, and what the view was that he was just then gonna just press the button and lock the building down and set the security systems so that it's just like a tomb over there now, I guess.
You guess. Well, that's interesting. And I think at this point, Oryx, the read he's getting is either she's not ready to divulge what she knows, or she doesn't know much. She's ex logistics stormtrooper support. So I don't think he's gonna needle any further at this point because he's gonna raise he could potentially raise her hackles.
Well, I mean,
So what do
I would let you roll investigation or command to
okay.
get a read on that, and you
That
can
sounds
have
good.
the +1 carried forward.
Okay, I will take it. And investigation for me is a 0, which means it's not a minus.
Yeah.
And I've got a
Um,
+1, and then is
I
this
think
a
it's probably savvy or wisdom.
I'll take
I don't
savvy.
I don't think presence plays for this one.
I agree. I agree. All right, so I'm rolling with just a 1 from the +1 forward. That's it. Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
that's a
You
10.
you think that you don't think she's holding anything back? You think
Okay.
she's being honest with someone from her old unit, and she's not spoken to anyone from her old unit since or shit happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I have enough from her. What Oryx wants to do is in a congenial way, and then if he needs to lean on her later, he'll come with I have a problem, but he's not going to do that here. It's just
No.
hey, we met, we had a cool connection, 508th. This is great. We should have a drink sometime. It was nice to meet you, Neela.
Perfect end to the conversation. Nivea. This guy. Oh, yeah. I set you for a name and species.
Yes, I put it in the NPC tab.
Oh,
His
thank
name
you.
is Kai. He's a Bothan.
Fine. Fine. So, you go to the New Republic consulate, which looks like a repurposed Imperial admin building in the only major city on the planet, with a population of 1 million or so. Um, and you drop his name, and he comes out to see you, and he says, "Do we know one another?" And you
Um,
don't.
we don't. I served, and I give him, the group that I served in, and I say a mutual friend of ours suggested that you might be able to help me. I'm looking for some information. I've stumbled across something that seems a little odd. Um,
No,
and I
come
wanted to
come
see if
come
you,
on, come on
yeah,
through to my office. Come on through to my
yeah.
office. And he sits there behind the desk and said, "So how can I help?"
So I'm a, what's the right term? I'm a business person just looking to kind of eke my way through, but I came across some business dealings with one Lady Waexana the Crew. She's seems to be moving, moving and shaking and all that kind of stuff. But while I was doing some checkup to make sure she was okay, I heard something about her being involved with Moff Tarkin
No,
back in the day.
that will cause an a Bothan exhalation.
And I'm specifically, I want to know. Uh, I'm just trying to do my duty here. Maybe you need to watch for her, but I don't know. She could be on your side and just be deep undercover. I don't know. And I wanted to see if you could help give me some information on whether or not I should take any jobs with them.
Okay. I think he says, and so what do you get out of this? You're a business person.
Right.
And he's clearly got your when your name came through to him, he clearly pulled up whatever records he had on you. He says, I appreciate that you did your part.
Yeah.
But what's in it for you now? Is this what's.
Well, as I said, she has jobs available, and I could pick up jobs with her if she's trustworthy. But if she's not, if she's working against the New Republic, then I would want to push back and maybe avoid those jobs. And that's what I'm looking for. It's
Okay,
just a little
okay.
bit of clearance. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I see this as wisdom and negotiation.
perfect.
Yeah?
Okay. And I have a plus 1 forward, right?
You have plus one because you dropped the right name in the right place at the right time.
Okay. So let me roll that. Oh, that's a 10.
Okay. He says, well, okay, that's interesting. Let me just check. And you see there's some stuff on the panel that you can't see. And he says, well, look, between you and me, she's not on a watch list. Um, but she seems to have stayed very quiet during the time of the Empire, and I don't really see that she's surfaced much since. So, as far as we're concerned, she's clean. But I don't think you need to worry about her working for us.
Good, good.
Okay?
And I don't need to worry about, it looks like she's not working for the other side because you don't have any information along those
Well,
lines.
I mean, technically now, the other side doesn't exist, remember? We won.
Um, we both know, I agree, but we both know that out here, you'll come across people from time to time who are still loyal to the Empire. And that's what I wanted to make sure was going on was that we weren't dealing with remnants.
Okay.
So good,
Yeah, we
good.
we 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 run a pretty tight ship out here, but yeah, okay, I appreciate the thought.
Well, and I
But
appreciate
I don't think you have anything to worry about with this woman. But
fantastic.
she's not one of ours.
So that means I can take jobs, and that's all I was looking for. I really appreciate all the information. I think we're all good.
But how did you find out about this Tarkin connection or supposed Tarkin connection? Now we have to
There
bear in
was,
mind here, remember that was an outtake, that was a scene that the audience saw, but you players didn't.
oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that we had someone who told us that she was involved in that. Um,
Lowell, were you going to just step in there?
We did throw Tarkin in earlier because uh, Hive Base One's potential
Yes,
connection to him, and so that's name has gotten thrown around a
it
little bit.
has. But you lot didn't see the recording that she was listening to.
okay. Um,
So we can refit some of that if that's helpful.
I think in this case, I'm just going to say, um, oh, I was doing some traveling. I had some bounty hunters who were looking into us. These bounty hunters were Yurkus, and we were able to evade them. They're a bad lot. And during some of the stealings, we heard all sorts of things from, like I mentioned, the Empire still has remnants out there who are fighting us, to there's a hidden Jedi on some planet that's under restriction, to all sorts of different rumors. And the Tarkin connection came up, and I wasn't certain about it. So that's why I just
Um,
wanted to make sure that
okay.
Lady Waexana was still available.
I think I want you to roll streetwise and presence,
Yeah.
um, just to see what his reaction to that is. And the
Yeah.
challenge is 10.
Okay. So my presence is 0, but I do have a streetwise, so let me roll that.
Okay.
That's a 9. So
Okay.
not
He
quite.
says, well, look, interesting chatting, but I really need to get on with something.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And I think I'm going to head out. I'm going to go back to the ship. Um, I don't think I'm going to contact or go directly to where Keel and Oryx are. I'm just going
No,
to wait for them to check in because I don't really have any information other than Lady Waxana is not on the New Republic's
watch
radar.
list.
Mhm.
Okay. So you go back to the ship. Keel, you've got a nice bottle of liquor. If you can track down this old or middle ranking Imperial. Oryx, you've got a contact in the shape of Neela, and you've got a bit of information about what happened when the planet fell. Yeah? So is this an opportunity for all three of you to touch base and decide what to do next?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so cut, screen right back to the ship and a conversation about what do you do next? What are you thinking here?
How hard do you think it'd be to break into that locked building, Oryx, that she mentioned?
I think the harder it is, the more it's got good stuff we want. Meaning I'm not sure.
I tell you what, let me make a suggestion, and you can tell me whether you like it or not. Uh, Let me track down this highfalutin guy, see what I can get from him, and maybe you two do a little legwork on that building, check around, check the physical on it, check what people know, that kind of thing, just so we know whether to go or no go situation.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
What do you
Um,
think, Nivea? You good with that?
I am. What I'm getting from this, from the information that I've gotten so far, is that Lady Waxana isn't on anyone's radar, which means she's better at this than others. Um, but yeah, we can take a look. Let's take a look and see if there's anything we can find in this warehouse.
And I stop and I pause and I lean back and I want to, I kind of, let me say something straight to you now, Nivea, before we go any further. We're not letting Lady Waxana walk away with this Sky Stone. You expressed concern about that. I sounded maybe like I was hesitant on that. I want to make it clear to you. You said this is bad news. We're going to take it from her and we're going to put it somewhere that nobody's going to get it. And whether that's dropping it in a sun or whatever, just want to make sure I am convinced that letting her have this is a bad idea. I just want to tell you that now so that you know I'm on the same page with you.
Yeah, I think I'd assumed that, so I'm glad to hear you say it out loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been more than trusting on this, but I want to be explicit about it, you know,
Okay.
because I've been in too many situations. It's the reason my life path has changed a couple of times because of things gone bad, things done dirty. So I want to tell you, I am loyal to the decision that this unit has made, and I'll kind of look at Oryx at that point to kind of
Enough said.
The only person we really have to worry about, I think, is Bilga,
Oh, we
because
always
that's a
got to
lot
worry
of
about
money.
Bilga no
We're
matter what he says.
I think that's fair. I think we do. whatever we do when we go to do this, we do coach this in, and we're going to make a bunch of money doing it.
Yeah,
And then maybe we
exactly.
don't. Maybe we do. We'll find out. So,
So let's, Oryx and Nivea, let's have you work together on a bit of recon, maybe, if you want
Hmm.
to do physical, or we're probably into streetwise if you want information from anyone. Does that seem fair? So who's best placed to do the physical recon? I'm looking at Oryx to be honest,
Yeah,
because
sure.
his ground combat military expertise does seem to me to play well here. Anybody else, it's probably a 10, but for you it's an 8. So
Yeah.
so let's start with that, and then maybe we'll tap into Nivea's Streetwise to find out about, well, what did the New Republic forces find out when they landed? Yeah.
Okay.
So let's
So,
start with physical recon, Oryx. Uh,
okay.
I would go with wisdom or savvy, I think,
I'll take savvy.
or even control, to be honest. Or yeah, no, you tell me how you do this.
No, I don't.
Could
It's
agility play here?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm just wondering if you want to do a bit of sneaking in,
Oh, that would be fun.
because that would play with agility. Can I remain, reasonably hidden while I do a bit of recon?
That sounds like a thing that could happen. Yeah, let's
It
do that.
does. Yeah, because
Sure.
there's acres of derelict starships here.
Oh, I've gotten all fuzzy. Hold on. Yeah, maybe he puts on his helmet. I don't know if I was allowed to bring the helmet down. It might be above the. So if he doesn't, he
No,
can't
it
have the
doesn't.
helmet. He doesn't.
It's not a suit of armor. It's not. It doesn't count as AP. So go ahead.
Puts on his helmet, has his little visor thing, sneaking around. Big lumbering ox that he is a little adroit on his feet if he
Yeah.
needs to be, as he does a bit of recon. So I have a 2 mod. It's a paper mache helmet. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I tell him. It's paper mache. It's an art project. My daughter made it for me.
Go for it.
Oh my goodness, that's a 12.
That's a 12.
These dice are
Okay.
hot. I'm afraid of a combat because you know they're going to betray us.
So I think what I can tell you is that when physical recon, there's what amounts to civilian security stroke rent a cops are guard the perimeter of the entire. And clearly, the fact that you got past them so easily suggests they won't be much of a challenge. They're mostly located on the kind of entry and exit gates to the old base. Um, but when you get a bit closer, you work your way around the perimeter till you've got a good view of the old buildings, these huge kind of concrete brutalist structures, imperial structures. You can see that there are New Republic troopers uh, guarding the perimeter of that building. Okay,
Okay.
that seemed like helpful
It's
info.
very helpful. Like I said, if we just walk in and walk out, then it's useless. Let's not do it.
Nivea, as you kind of just put your ear to the ground, I would go with streetwise, command, or negotiation. I'd go with a persistence of control, wisdom, or savvy.
Um, control, wisdom, or savvy. So let me suggest like streetwise and presence. As an old
Yeah,
um Republic, rebel pilot, I think I'm going from the direction of hanging out where the guards might be, where they might be off duty, that kind of thing.
yeah, yeah. So that place where the New Republic troopers go when they're off duty. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 12.
That's a 12. My goodness me. This doesn't bode well for Kiel, does it? Because,
No.
this is all going far too well. So I think what you will find out from them is that they are guarding the building as much to protect people as to protect it. Um, because the building was locked down when they arrived, and they sent some recon squads in, and nobody came back. So the assumption is that they activated some automated defenses in there, and there's nothing in there's maybe we're not high enough up the priority list in terms of where the New Republic puts some resources, but we've been told just keep it safe. Keep it safe, keep people safe from it. That seem like a fair response to a 12?
Yeah, I think so.
Keel, how are you playing this? You're in search of a middle-ranking bureaucrat turned horny-handed son of the soil.
I am I am leaning into the, you are well regarded, you are well respected. There are people like myself that are going in and checking with the people, you know, to see how they are coming through. And Lady Roxana has plans, and just dropping drink, dropping money to see if loose lips will sink ships.
Okay. Um,
For
this sounds like a much more influence than skullduggery, I'll be honest with you, because this seems like you're trying to charm this person to believe that you are something you maybe you're not.
I am lying though. That's the
Oh,
reason I'm
all
lying.
right. I
I am
just, I just want to
false
see you do
ID.
something else than lie to people, but maybe that's your thing.
That
So,
is my
okay,
thing.
I will go with skullduggery, but I think you need to hold your cool on this. So I'm going to go with control.
Okay. So that'll negate the bonus plus one I have, so I'm rolling with the
Carrying
three.
forward. So just plus
Yeah.
three.
Okay. That's
That's a
still a 10.
10. Still a 10. Um,
A little bit of drink put out there, have a
yeah, and
chat.
this is a man clearly not used to physical labor. His skin is hanging off him,
Yeah.
where hard labor and not quite as rich food as maybe he was used to is taking its toll. And he is very happy to get a nice bottle of
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
and be treated with the level of respect which frankly I think I've always deserved. I mean, whatever you say about the Empire, meritocracy. People who knew how to get things done got things done, and we got promoted. And now I'm out there with a hammer just hitting stuff. I mean, that's a waste of my talents,
It's a
frankly.
waste. It is definitely with your talents. And
Um,
and what I'm scooting towards is one of two things. I want him to try to get him in a position where he wants, like, I'm like, okay, well, and maybe I'm pulling back a little bit so that he wants to impress me or whatever, either with maybe knowledge about this building that's locked down or about the high base one info. So that's kind of the way I'm playing it.
I think
Giving out and pulling
you'll struggle to
back.
get anything about Hive Base One from him.
Okay.
Apart from the fact that we all knew that it was out there somewhere.
Okay.
So it's definitely a thing. And yeah, I was held back because I was too valuable to be put on the front line when they started dropping troops on the starbase. Um,
Absolutely.
and so I was kind of supervising the clear up because the job was lock those cores down, clear as much as you can, and then at the last minute, push the button that just makes this place impregnable, and activates the bots because and I between you and me, I took a little bit of pleasure when they started sending troops in there and they didn't come back.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
So,
it makes the situation difficult when we have to start reversing all of that.
well, look, I'm pleased that some of the nobility is staying loyal, and uh, I still remember my access code. Now, I think on a 10, that is 2 plus. So I think that will give you a plus 2 when it comes to the building or the data access codes. Does that seem
Okay.
fair?
Yeah. Get bits and pieces there. And before I leave, I hand him the second bottle, and I thank him, and I will say, your service will always be remembered.
Make
especially when
make sure
things
the lady
change.
when the Lady Waexana, make sure she knows that I stayed loyal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well played, Drabo.
And then, he pulls another drink. So, where do we go from here, my friends?
Uh, RX Nivea, here's some bits for the code for access. There are bots inside. It's locked down. What do you think?
It's definitely going to have some stuff that she wants.
So here there
And
are two ways we can play this. We can go in ourselves now, see what we can do, or maybe we lay some other groundwork to, make the job easier and wait for Bilga. Like maybe we get distractions in place, so that people don't see us going in, or you know, maybe we work to get some equipment bought on site on planet below the radar, or maybe we recruit, you know, another person or two. I don't know. What do you think?
it's not a bad idea.
Can I just pull meta a bit? Because
Exactly.
I think it would be quite nice if there was interest in a heist, that this is a physical heist. This is
Mhm.
about stealth and recon and agility and strength and all those things that you've not done a lot of in the recent past, rather than falling back on maybe Bilga can hack it.
Yeah. So I think let me rewind. I think I say we need to get this done before Bilga gets here because Bilga's got other agendas. So if he comes here and it's a fait accompli that we've got something, we can move on quick.
Yeah.
And I will
Yeah.
turn to you both, say, now I want to make it clear. Uh, like when we get in there on the ground, I can shoot the shit out of stuff, but you two, like if we get into like up close and personal on things, that is not my forte.
Fair.
Okay. Nivea, I don't want to go in without your affirmative on this.
Um, I appreciate your honesty. As you know, I'm really good at flying ships. I'm not so good at sneaking in, but I'll try this. I'm just concerned it might end up with us in a New Republic jail. Not saying that that's not worth us going in to get some information about the Lady Waexana. I'm just saying,
We're getting information for essentially we're gonna get that that ace up the sleeve.
oh, right. And I
And
think with
and
that,
maybe that is blackmail information on the Lady Oksana. We'll find out.
Yeah.
um, I think with that, what I'm going to do is I want to set up a getaway car, right? So basically, if things go south, we have a fast exit out.
Now, the way I'd like to mechanize some of this is, screen wipe to the three of you near the building, but then a little thing that says 2 hours earlier. And then each of you will have a chance to have some kind of prep action
Okay.
that might give you that +1 rolling forward, or maybe more, for all I know. Yeah.
I dig it.
So we'll do that. It's dead of night, because even with all this technology, stuff still works better at night. And I'm seeing you among all these Imperial hulks with the building with just a couple of kind of spotlights on it, uh, with some New Republic guards clearly guarding the entry. Yeah. So Nivea talked about prepping exfiltration. Yeah.
Mhm.
So 2 hours earlier, what did we see Nivea doing that could generate some exfiltration benefits?
So I think because I don't want to set off any alarms,
Mhm.
I don't I don't do anything dangerous like go steal a car and set it up or anything like that. I think I just go out, I'm going to spend a little bit of coin and rent a car, a fast car, um, one that looks a little bit beat up, and park it nearby so that all of us know we can just hop in this thing and go.
Fine.
Yeah.
Let's have you. I'm tending back towards either command or negotiation to get the right kind of vehicle that will give you that +1 on exfiltration, or at
How
least
about negotiation and savvy?
I go with that.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see what that looks like. That's a six.
Ooh, went the crowd. The audience see you doing this deal, and on a -2. That exfiltration is going to be on a -2, so we have the axes hanging. And maybe we see the car dealer that you rented the car from, um, just talking to, just picking up the
Mhm.
communicator and saying, you told me to keep an interest in this woman, Nivea Kelsey. Um, well, she just rented a beat up car, but it's a really fast car. Just an odd combination she was looking for. Yeah.
Perfect.
Keel, what do we see you doing as prep?
I
Which part of the operation do you think it's
I
going to
I
apply
think
to?
it's me sneaking around the grounds, making making sure we know what the enter and exit paths off. Essentially, I'm taxing my stealth to make sure when we go in, we know the routes.
Okay, let's have you roll with stealth then.
Stat, is that agility?
I think it's probably agility.
Okay, that is a 9.
So that is +1. So you can either use it on entry or exit. So building
Okay,
entry or exit +1.
okay, all right.
And finally, Oryx, what are you doing?
Well, Oryx figures he's going to be one who has to go add up on these droids. So I've got an ion grenade big in the ship, but I'm wondering if maybe I need to not worry about that. Maybe go a bit shopping, get some droid poppers, ion grenades, maybe a blaster.
Now, I'll tell you now that all of those are, of course, illegal.
I know it's got to be
So
expensive.
it has. So I think we're looking at streetwise and savvy.
All right, sweet hours, street wars was heavy. I'm not really good at this, but I guess that's where we are. Got a one mod. It's a 7.
That's a 7. So
The dice are betraying us now.
I will give you one illegal weapon. Make your choice. Is this an additional ion grenade or some kind of ion blaster? Because I think they're in the list.
Pretty sure they. I mean, I'm not sure if they're in your list, but no, that's a thing I've seen. So I assumed it existed. A quick check-in. Lowell, Stephen, do we think ion blaster, which I can use multiple times, or another ion grenade? I'm thinking blaster, but I just wanted to check in and see
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
had
you're
other
I think
thoughts.
you're smart there.
If you go
Yeah.
down in the alphabetic list, it's under ion.
Oh, good. That's smart. I should have looked down in the alphabetical list before.
But there's a -1 in my back pocket.
Yeah.
to
Yeah, there
apply.
is.
Okay. So you can have one of those, but there's some complication that will lead to that -1 cropping up at some point. So we see all of that. Some shady, street corner where a guy hands you a parcel, takes a significant amount of cash money off your hands, um, and then we're back in real time. So there,
Oh, light or heavy? Sorry.
uh, you could take your pick.
Heavy.
I
I'm gonna
said you
go
could
down. I'll go
have
down
a
fighting.
weapon or a grenade.
Okay,
Heavy
got it.
iron blaster. Fine. Relatively close range. You've got the strength to wield it, I think. Yes, you have that bulky 8. Um, but it does ion 3, so it does extra damage when to those things susceptible to ions. Uh, yeah. So I think now we see you moving through the debris field towards the perimeter. They've cleared a perimeter here just to give these guards a fighting chance. Keel, do you want to spend that +1 on entry, or do you want to allow, or do you want to
Yeah,
kill?
I'll spend that on entry.
Okay, so what do we see you doing?
I think it is me leading us along those paths, routes, and canyons that in
Mhm.
between the ships, the blind spots in the scanners, the patrol routes, and running us in.
Okay, so I think that is stealth. I
Hmm.
will go with agility or savvy. Take your pick.
Okay. Uh, we'll say savvy here.
Okay.
So that is
Ooh, wow, snake eyes +5. Holy moly. So that is a 7. Um, and so we see the three of you have come in through the shadows.
I'm undone.
You're heading, along the side of the building. The New Republic guards are between you and the debris field. And then there's a voice says, "Hey, stop! Who are you?" Dice betrayal. What do you do, Oryx? You're our trained soldier. What's your first reaction? Confront the threat or run for the entry?
One voice. We know that there are troopers.
We know there are troopers.
Troopers were armed with
Blasters.
carbines,
Yeah.
blaster pistols, or carbines.
Carbines, I think. Where are we? Blaster rifles. Yeah, carbines. Blaster carbines.
Oh,
4 dice
geez.
damage, DM +1.
Jeez it. We're gonna move quick.
Yeah. So running. Nivea, do you follow Oryx or do you loiter?
I'm gonna run in. Yeah.
Heel, do you follow Oryx or do you loiter?
Follow.
Follow. Fine. Who is the least agile among us? That's pretty good. I think this down. Keel, you are the potential fly in the ointment.
That
Um,
seems fair.
this is a straightforward um, skill roll with agility and athletics.
I knew that was coming. I'm so sorry, Rich.
It's not -3.
It's not, no.
Oh, good.
That's an 8.
Yes.
Look at that 6. That one wanted
Yeah.
to. Ugh.
Yeah. I think this is the first time that we've seen Keel kind of shaken a little bit by this. Because normally he's very cool and he's got all the dice modifiers in his back pocket. And you run for the entry and you disappear inside. And outside you say, we'll hear we have intruders, entry 3. Uh, well, I'll work out what command wants us to do. And so you're inside, but their orders are not to enter the building. So they're outside. They know
Where-
you're inside.
Where's Nivea?
No, Nivea followed.
Oh, she did? Oh, good.
Oh yeah. All three of
You
you.
you
Oh,
led the task chain effectively,
oh,
but it wasn't really a
okay.
chain.
Okay.
Good work. Got a little bit of cardio in. It's good for your heart.
Like when we were getting chased by those natives with the forks and knives.
Yeah, yeah, exactly like that.
Um, and we see you entering this cavernous kind of dark. There's bound to be some light so we can have shadow. Uh, Shadowed entry hallway. Once, there was probably once an Imperial crest on the ground in front of you, but that has been defaced or blown up during the first incursions into here. Um, and again, it is 53 minutes to the hour, so I want to find out what you do, and then we'll take a second commercial break. So, what's the approach now you're in? Who's on point?
I'm at the back.
That's smart.
I'm probably on point.
Fine. Oryx, are you in the middle or is
Well, we got one. I got to be in the middle. Yeah,
okay?
but I think I'm closer to Niv. Like I'm letting Keel trail because
Yeah.
I know what he's good at, but I'm close to Niv to. I want to watch her back and make sure if anything jumps, I
Um,
I tag it.
and I just want to check in that Keel is gripping his snub blaster pistol.
Yes.
Um, uh, we've got Nivea with a vibro dagger, or did you?
Oh, I didn't bring anything in.
Okay, that's very,
But
very
then I'm going to
brave.
shove an ion grenade in your hand then because you need something.
Okay.
Go have
Yeah.
something.
Okay. So that iron grenade that is on Oryx's sheet is in Nivea's hands. Fine.
Hmm.
And you're with the heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Um, let's take a break there until on the hour. Yeah.
Oh, I've got
Oh,
blaster pistol and stun baton.
you have.
Right.
You
Yeah.
have.
And we have about 30 minutes left. Is that right?
Yeah.
Plus, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we see our three characters heading through this enormous hallway. Um, uh, your guess, Oryx, is that the data cores are likely to be in the basement. You can see as you walk through here, there has been fighting here. The fighting gets is more intense at the entryway, that last stand. But as you go deeper in, you can see bits of New Republic equipment. So it looks like they got the bodies out, but there's debris here. Um, and you are approaching what looks to be a spinal kind of elevator running up and down. But also, there are clearly some emergency stairs beside it. What's your route to where you assume these data stores are going to be? Oryx, what's your best advice?
Imperial design. All the good shit is either down or up. I'm guessing down. Let's take these emergency stairs because they probably don't post any droids up on them. And Nev, you got point. I got you back.
So, Nev, we see you heading down these flights of stairs. Again, they're concrete or ferrocrete, whatever they are, winding down, uh, you know, basement, sub basement one, sub basement two. Again, some signs that maybe the New Republic got this far, but not much further. Um, and on your, just half a flight of stairs above you, Oryx is carrying on. How are you going to deal with the difficult lines of sight here, Keel?
I'm hanging back. I know how to handle the corners. I've many years of bounty hunting. I know how to clear, a room. I know how to clear a house.
And there is a well down the middle of these stairs. So, occasionally we'll see you sighting down that well, looking for any signs of activity down there. Nothing. Um, but Niv, I do need you to do either recon or stealth. The choice is yours. With
I'll do,
agility as your modifier.
yeah, I'll do recon and agility. 10.
Uh, you're making your way down here. Sub-basement 3 appears to be the bottom. And there's a set of sealed blast doors ahead of you. It doesn't look like the New Republic got this far. But you have, as you've come down that last set of stairs, there are the destroyed chassis of a variety of bots, of droids. Yeah. Um, uh, One of which is decked out in very glossy black uh, hard armor with nearby what looks like a heavy blaster rifle.
Would Oryx have any idea of what a death trooper is?
Shall we find out?
Sure. I would
Uh,
love to find out this terrifying
so I think
information.
this is about wisdom. And I think I'm going to give you a +2 simply because of your Imperial experience.
Okay. Then I am rolling a +1 mod because I am not very wise. With a 10. Did I? No, I don't understand that. Oh, 5. Sorry. I was like a 5 max and 5 current, but that's just a 5 Rich. An 11.
Um, you do know what Death Troopers look like,
What's
and
that?
while this has been pretty mangled, you're pretty sure that that's a Death Trooper droid.
Hand on Nivea's shoulder. It's a death trooper droid. Very nasty. You go first.
Well,
Um,
you say
I,
that go first. You do need to get through these blast doors. But Nivea, sorry, I cut you off.
yeah, you said that there was a blaster. I'm going to pick up the blaster. I'm going to head the grenade back to Oryx, make sure it's all charged up, and um,
It's not fully charged. It looks like this trooper put a lot of energy out there before it went down. So I am gonna if you fail to hit, you'll run out of ammo.
perfect. Yeah,
That's
that sounds
awesome.
great.
All right.
But yeah, you
And
now have you can select a heavy blaster pistol, a heavy blaster
okay,
rifle if you want one.
and I'm going to turn to Keel and I say, I think you're up. You've got the password.
I'm going to see if I can crack these doors.
Okay.
Alan.
Um, you've got that benefit. Now you don't have a relevant skill here, do you? Because
No.
I would allow that +1 that you've got for the access code to make a mechanical break-in entry
Yeah, I'll
easier.
turn to I'll hand the numbers to Oryx.
All right.
Yeah. And there's almost certainly Oryx, as you would expect next to these doors, an emergency crowbar.
Bravo. Okay. Yeah.
Prybar,
We'll go.
prybar is the word that I think you would, yeah. So prybar +1, I think this is mechanics and strength, a combination we don't use often.
Oh my God. I am actually good at this. I should not have said that,
I think there's a
but it's a
+4
3
here.
mod. +4? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, because you get +1 for Keel's access.
Watch me back. It could be Death Troopers on the other side. Here we go. Oh, I think I pulled something. It's a 7.
And it starts to open and then stops. So only one of you could get through at a time. Um, but we will also hear on the other side of the door the kind of, and there's a slight red glow.
Pop, pop. No,
Okay.
no. You did it like I had a rifle, man.
Oh, yeah,
Pew 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 pew.
of course it is. I'd forgotten. Okay, so let's have Keel, pop up, bang.
Okay. So range combat plus agility,
Yep.
firing through, trying to hit that little red dot. That is a 10. Screw this roller.
So on a 10,
I
but
mean it in the nicest way, Rich.
that is two more than you needed to hit. So,
Yeah, but I need to punch through this armor.
you do.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah.
So, weapon damage is whatever it says on the sheet, plus the effect, which is +2, minus the 8 of the armor.
So -6. Let's see what that results into. 2 points.
2 points of damage.
Pew.
Pew, pew. Um, that's keel one side. Who's going to take the other side of this gap? Oryx?
I got it. Yes,
Or are you going to fall back on Niv's heavy blaster that she's picked up?
No, I got
Oh,
ion
and
blaster.
you, you
That
know
might do real well.
you know that Ion 3? That is 3 extra dice of damage.
Lord,
So it's quite important you hit.
it is important that I hit, and I think I will
Range
try to do
combat
that.
plus agility.
Okay, these are things that I am trying to be good at. We will see. I have a 4 mod, and I've rolled a 9.
Success by 1. So your damage is whatever damage is written on your sheet for that weapon.
For ion blaster is 2D.
2D. That becomes 5D.
Wow. How am I going to do that?
Plus 1. And then we take 8 off the end of it.
Okay. All right.
So
So I'm just gonna.
keep rolling dice until you get a total.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So the first 2 dice were 6.
Plus another 2.
Second 2 dice are 6, and then I'm going to take die 1 from this total.
Okay.
5. Oh, thank
So
God.
that's 17.
17 minus 8, 9.
9. Okay. So that I know how much it's got left. Niv, what are you going to do?
So I see the two of them take a shot, and I still see red lights in the other room. I think this is whenever I turn around to Oryx, who I had handed the ion grenade to, back to. I'm just gonna grab that off of his belt, pull the
Yep.
pin, and toss it in.
Okay. So the ion is, so this is agility.
Okay.
It doesn't go as range combat, but I will give you +2 for the fact it's a relatively limited space on the other side. So
Okay.
let's a straightforward agility +1, plus my giving you 2.
Okay. So my agility is 3, and you said +1 and +2 more. That's a total of 6.
Yeah,
Okay. That's an 11.
that's an 11. Okay, so the improvement above 8 is 3, so you've got +3 to add to this. And what does it say about ion next to that grenade? It says
It
ion
is a
4.
2D.
It's 2 dice, but ion 4 means that becomes 6 dice
Okay.
+3.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll 6 dice.
Yeah,
That's a 5 and a 3
that's 8.
and a 5.
So that's 13 minus 8 for the armor is how much?
Uh,
6.
13 minus 8 is going to be 5 plus 3, right? Yeah.
Oh, yes. 8.
So that's a total of 8.
Fine. And that's a blast. So it fills about 10-foot radius from where that goes off. So I think you hit both of them. And that's when they move. And you hear kind of fire, 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 fire as it approaches. So I'm going to give you an extra cover of 2 as it unleashes that blaster rifle at you. I'll roll 2 dice. +2 is only 7. So, hitting the doorway as it's closing. But at the point the end of the turn is reached, it is at the doorway. Yeah, and you're on the other side. What do you do, Keel? You were kneeling down.
Uh, I'm take another shot at the one that we already hit a couple of times.
Oh, it occurs to me I should now move to initiative, shouldn't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Niv, what do you do?
I'm gonna sidestep to the side of the door.
Hmm.
So whenever it comes in, my plan is to just draw a bead and pull the trigger with
Okay,
that
fine.
rifle.
Okay. Um, Oryx, I think you're next, then it, then Keel. What do you do, Oryx?
Well, I think if it's up close, I'm gonna stick my gun right in his
Well,
crippin' face.
yeah, right. So you don't move, you just go for it with the vibro or
No,
the
no, I was
ion
going to
blaster.
shoot it. I was going to
Oh,
shoot it with my
I'll
ion
shoot up
blaster.
close. Okay,
Yeah,
you
it
can
was
have an
like
extra,
up close and personal.
you
Don't
can have
duck.
another +1 for that.
That was barely worth a +1, but I'll take it. It's fine. Okay, so math and up here, that is a 5 mod and 17. I've rolled
Nice.
boxcars +5. That is
That
as good
is
as I can hit.
that is 9 extra damage. And you're doing 5 dice, is it? Ion 3?
So 5 dice plus one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Plus
point.
plus the 7 for the effect.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 9 dice +8.
5 dice plus 8.
5 dice +8. Rich. Bad at math. Okay.
Minus the armor though, right?
Yeah, we'll worry about that when we get there.
All right.
Okay, I'm just gonna total up the 5 dice
Yeah.
then. Oh, poop on a stick.
4, the
6.
10,
And then die 1 for the 5th die.
yeah,
3. And 13.
13
13
plus
rolled.
8 is 21 minus 8 is how do we
13.
see this thing go? Zzz,
I think he just sticks the thing right up against his eye socket and pulls the trigger.
and it kind of stops dead and tumbles sideways, leaving an
I'm gonna have
empty.
tempted to grab it and hold it there to block, but we also need to kill the others.
There are 2 dead or certainly decommissioned death troopers in the corridor that Keel, you are still looking into.
Is there a second? We said, do we hear another one moving?
No, you took the first one out with the fuselage of shots to begin with and the ion grenade
Then
and weakened that one.
gonna follow Nivea's lead and yank this frickin' gun off of this thing.
Fine, fine. Select heavy blaster rifle. And then I think I see you kind of going, squeezing through the gap in the door.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Oryx actually maybe has to like loosen his armor and slide out of it, maybe. He's a big guy, and that thing barely got open.
um, and head down this corridor um, into what looks to be a data center. Yeah.
Jackpot.
So, how are we going to get what are we going to do?
I have investigation.
You have.
That I'm leaning into that is what I'm doing.
Okay. So investigation, and I think it's probably wisdom or
Yeah.
control.
Yeah, I think it's wisdom there. So let's see here. That is a 14.
Oh,
That
oh,
is the
oh,
highest that
oh,
I could
oh,
roll on
oh.
that.
Um, so I think we see you working busily. What are the other 2 doing meanwhile?
I am taking guard. I'm making sure that nothing comes up behind us.
Fine. Oryx, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, but Oryx is going to pop one of the heads off of that death trooper. I'm sorry. He can stick it in the thing, and we'll do the work first. But we gotta have a trophy.
So
It's a death trooper.
Oryx is leaning over the Death Trooper. Keel is busily working. And on a 14, I cannot deny you some juicy stuff. So up pops a hollow recording of Tarkin, and he's clearly talking. Admiral, I don't care what the difficulties are. I expect you to maintain security at Hive Base 1. And we don't know what the Admiral says. Um, uh, and yeah, no, your excuses are entirely, I have no interest in your excuses. Deploy whatever resources you need. Hive Base 1 must not fall in any circumstances. The rebels are closing on our current location. We expect to destroy them completely, but I want to make sure this is not a distraction, that this is not simply an effort to misdirect our resources. Um, yes, I know you have the coordinates, but I want to make sure you have the coordinates. And then he recites the coordinates.
Well, pull that 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 hollow crystal or data pack out, and I will say, I think we've got the honey for the trap.
And then the blast doors on the other side of the
Oh
data center
shit!
opens. Um, Nivea, you were looking back. I think you've probably left Oryx, given he's back there anyway.
Hmm.
You are watching the other side, and two death troopers step in. You are not authorized to access this area of administration, and it begins to shoot at you. Nivea, you have athletics and acrobatics. I'm going to assume that you're going to dodge.
Yes.
Do you dive for cover or just dodge?
I think I just need to dodge because diving for cover means I don't get an action next time, right?
Exactly. Okay.
Right. So,
So dodge. So targets athletics or agility, DM. Which one are we playing with?
um, let's do. Uh, you said athletics or agility?
Or agility.
Let's do agility.
Fine. So I will roll 2 dice plus 2 to get 11. So that would be a hit. Minus your 2 will take it down to a 9, which is still a hit, but only at plus 1. And that blaster rifle will do 4 dice. So let me roll a couple of handfuls of dice here. So that is 11 and another 11. 22 plus 1 is 23 minus your armor.
So it's 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 19 points to be absorbed, starting with con. How much do
Okay.
con take?
6.
That's 8 left. You can take that in any selection of strength or agility.
Um, so I'm gonna have to take my strength down to 0, and then I have 2 more in agility.
2 off agility, not
Oh
that. Not
yes, yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah. It's not that bad. Keel, you see that happen. What do you do?
Boy, personal shield goes up. Heavy blaster is turned.
Okay, hit him with the heavy blaster.
Yes. What is the heavy blaster's damage?
Good question. Dub. Heavy blaster. Blaster rifle heavy is 5d plus 1.
Okay.
But it's bulky 8. You can't handle that, can you?
No, I can't.
So you can rest it on the console
yeah.
and use it once.
That's fair.
Yeah,
And it's gonna fly out of my hands.
it is. It is.
Okay, let's roll it. And that's an 11. So plus, well, versus, I don't know,
Hit
did
by
it get
3.
3? So I'm rolling 5d6 plus 4.
Yep.
So let's do that to 0. So 3, 10, and first die is 6. So that is 19
19. Well, 8 absorbed by
plus the margin of 3, so 22.
22. 22 minus 8 is 14. 14 gets through. This one is rocked back. It has
Oryx!
Oryx, you've got a head in one hand and your ion blaster in the other. What do you do?
Criff, you gotta get in trouble. we're firing as fast as he can at
Okay.
whatever threat we have.
Okay, so you have one unhurt and one that's is been knocked back on its heels. Let's have you assault the one that is
Yeah,
still
I'll
okay,
shoot the one that's
because
been hurt. Try to take it down.
its blaster is swinging towards Keel. Go for it.
It's more of a mechanical question. What would
Hmm.
it take for me to push Keel to the ground and protect him that way?
I think, given where you were,
I have a
No.
force field up, Rich.
yeah,
Oh, right. Forgot about
Yeah,
that.
so you don't need to do that.
Okay, cool.
Now, when that goes down, 'cause it's a one-time thing.
one trick. It's a one trick pony. Go for it,
Okay.
Oryx.
Agility ranged.
Yeah.
So 4 is my mod. It's a 7. Jeez, nice.
Oh,
Ooh, these
yeah. I mean,
dice.
maybe you're overbalanced by having that, trying to keep a grip on that
Should
head.
have thrown the helmet instead of firing a gun, obviously.
Um,
But anyway.
Heal. So it was swinging towards you. It unloads its heavy at you.
Okay.
Let me roll that dice. Two dice plus two is 8, 9, 10. So hits by two.
Okay.
So two heavy blaster does 5d 5d.
Yep, plus one.
Okay, so that is 9, 18 first dice. 22 and the two margin is 26 minus
26.
armor.
So 19. So I'm going to take 15. So I am down.
Oh no. Oh gosh. So start with con.
Well, you said it's strength and agility, right?
No,
That you take.
con is where it starts. You
Oh
have
yeah.
to lose con first.
Okay. Uh, you will. I have. Okay. Which case? Oh no, I'm zero on everything.
Oh wow.
I
Oh
will
my.
drop on that shot. It didn't
Oh,
kill me, but I am unconscious.
so Keel is blasted over the console behind him, where Nivea is crouching. Uh, what are you going to do, Oryx? Because one of them is now limping towards with the vibro dagger, and one of them is currently untouched and is drawing a bead on you, Oryx. What are you going to
Oh my
do?
God, this is so bad. I've got to fire upon the one that's wounded, try to take him down, and then we can
Okay,
deal one-on-one with
do
the.
that thing. Ranged combat is 3 plus agility 1 is 4. I'll give you a +1 on that because it is limping.
Okay, great. Okay. 10.
Success by 2. So then heavy blow. Sorry, the 5 dice.
Okay.
Ion, yeah. 5
Yep.
dice plus 2.
All right. Here comes the first set.
5.
Oh, Jesus. Cheese and crackers, man. Jeez. Dice.
15 in
Dang.
total. One more dice.
One more die of die one, and that is 318 total.
18 plus the 2 success by, so that's 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 20 minus the 8 armor is 12 points of damage. It goes, yeah. The
Yeah.
other one is drawing a bead on you and will now fire at you, Oryx. What do you
Okay.
I think
do?
Nivea is still up, right?
Nivea is still okay,
Yeah,
but
but I'm A-okay with it going after me.
yeah,
That is
because I think
appropriate.
Nivea's agility is now her. Oh, hang on, it might still be
It's
higher
still
now.
it's still up. I
Oh,
think she
initiative
still
is
goes
still
first.
13. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, Nivea, my question is, do you seek to save Keel's life, or do you fire at one of the Death Troopers?
Um,
Because you
so
do you do have a med pack.
I do.
I'm just out, guys. I'm just
Yeah,
at zero. I'm not dying.
right. But you got knocked down, and my first thought was to run. But I think whenever I see Oryx drop the one Death Trooper,
That was closest.
yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to shoot the. I mean, chances of outrunning this guy and getting out, all three of us are slim. I think I'm going to shoot.
Fine, do that.
Okay, so that is ranged combat, which is 0, and
Agility.
agility, which is 2.
Yep.
And let me roll that. That's a 9.
Success by
Yes.
1. 5 dice
That
is the
and
heavy. The 5 dice -1 is the blaster rifle.
Okay.
So go for
So it's
it.
just 5 dice.
Yeah.
So let me take out my mod. And that's 7
Okay.
plus another 7. So that's 14. And then the first die is a 1.
So that
So
is
15.
12 will get through. It's rocked back on its heels, but it's still drawing a bead on Oryx. Oryx, you get to go before it does.
I will go. And
Do you think?
I think I'm trying to shift in front of
Oh,
Nivea
hang
and
on.
Keel.
Sorry, no, you took down I did
Oh,
you
that's right.
wrong.
You're right. Yep.
So it
We
it
should use
was
initiative. That'd be cool.
it was it will fire at you.
Okay.
Do you dodge?
If I dodge, I give up the ability to shoot back, correct?
No. No, dodge and die for cover loses next action. Dodge simply subtracts 1 from its attack.
I'll dodge then. If it's
Okay.
simply dodge, it's why wouldn't I? Is there a
More
downside
more
to
more protection next turn.
more protection next turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you're in cover. Yeah. So seven,
Okay.
8, 9 hits by 1. Uh,
Oof.
does 5 dice. That's 8. 17. First dice. 22, 23. What's your armor?
My armor is the heavy jacket. Hold on. Where do I stick that? Heavy jacket 4 protection.
Which means that's high teens. Is that 16? I'm losing track. Too many numbers, too little time. So 16. 8 come off your control, because that's where it always starts.
Okay. And then I have
Another
8 to
8.
take. I'll take 8 off of strength.
Okay,
So
right.
actually,
Okay,
I'll take 8 off of strength.
fair enough. Okay. So, badly shocked, but Keel's out. Nivea is still up and doing. So, Nivea, what do? There is one of them left. It's limping towards you, kind of just
Yeah, I think I need to take another shot.
do it.
Um, range combat is 0. Agility is 2. Let's see what that is. That's a 4. I got snake eyes, which means that this gun is out.
It is.
Oh, buddy.
Oryx, what do you do?
Hmm.
Is it as it's just spraying the consoles, consoles are exploding, melting. What do you do, Oryx?
That's the worst because that's what we need.
No, well, no, Keel has with him the information.
Okay, good. Um, I think I'm just gonna fire on this son of a gun
Yeah.
Go on,
again.
do
It's
it.
really
Do
where I'm
it.
at. All right. Normal 4 mod. Here we go.
You could have a +1 because it is limping.
Okay. Then that is a 14.
Nice.
14, so that is success by 6. Hit it with the disruptor, with the ion blaster.
Okay.
5
So
dice.
still 5 dice. Okay. I think I've moved over a die roller. Let's see if it works. Nope, that doesn't. Well, I could count the first 5, but it's not looking to the.
I
It's
wondered.
okay. I was trying to be cool. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna use the regular die roller.
Okay.
Don't worry about this stupid thing. I'll play with it later.
8.
8. 8
So that's penetrated its armor. Everything else is
and
gravy.
6. Hey. So 6 through. 6 got through
Down,
that
down
penetrate.
it gets. Down it goes. Zzz, as it's raising the vibro dagger above Keel's body. Now, I am conscious that we said we'd finish 30 minutes early. So I am going to leave us on that cliffhanger.
That's great.
Okay?
That sounds
Um,
great.
no time for stars and wishes today. Can I post it?
Yes.
100%.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
for sure.